very unfortunate situation that took place. And I wanted to say to everyone, you know, that I hope that that brother made it home safely. I hope that he now has a different perspective and a better sense of what to do and what not to do while you're out in the world, you know?
After the shocking courtroom betrayal where Ksoo's own father testified against him, leading to a life sentence with no bail, rap legend 50 Cent has officially stepped into the situation. In a bold and unexpected move, 50 Cent publicly condemned Ksoo's father for what he called the worst move any man could ever make. But that wasn't all. He's vowed to do everything in his power to get Ksoo out or at least reduce his sentence. And he sent a clear, chilling warning. You're gonna pay for what you did. Please do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now let's get back into the video. In a world where betrayal is becoming far too common and where loyalty is a fading currency, few moments have left the hip-hop community in such utter shock as the day Abdul Robinson Sr. testified against his own son, rapper Ksoo. The moment the words left his mouth in that cold, sterile courtroom, a legacy was crushed, a son was buried under a life sentence, and the streets fell silent. But that silence didn't last long, because when someone like 50 Cent speaks, the world listens. Following the viral coverage of Ksoo's devastating final sentence and emotional footage of him breaking down in tears after being told he'd never walk free again, 50 Cent couldn't stay silent. This wasn't just about Ksoo. This was about principle. This was about manhood. This was about codes that should never be broken. And when 50 Cent caught wind of what happened, that a father sold out his own flesh and blood for a plea deal, he snapped. With the kind of intensity only 50 can deliver, he took to his platforms and made it loud and clear. That was the worst move any man could ever pull. You don't do that to your son. Ever. Let's be honest. 50 Cent has always been more than just an entertainer. He's a strategist, a mogul, and a street-certified veteran who built an empire on pain, survival, and never folding under pressure. He's not the type to sugarcoat anything. So when he called out Ksoo's dad, the tone wasn't about judgment. It was about disgust. And let's not forget, 50 knows betrayal. He's seen snakes in suits and shooters in his own backyard. But even he said he had never seen anything like this. A father, sitting in a courtroom, pointing to his son as a shooter, helping the state sentence him to life, without parole. No bail, no second chance. Just cold steel doors and broken bloodlines. In 50's eyes, this wasn't just about snitching. It was about the complete breakdown of what a father is supposed to be. And that's when he made a promise. I'm going to do everything I can to get Ksoo out, or at least get his sentence reduced. And as for the father, he's going to pay. Now pause and think about that. 50 Cent is not just talking. When he says he's getting involved, he means it. We've seen what he did with BMF. We've seen how he navigates high-stakes legal drama. He's got lawyers, resources, and more importantly, influence. If anyone can shine a spotlight on injustice and shake things up in a courtroom, it's Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. He's even hinted that he's been talking with legal teams, exploring ways to get the case reopened or appeal the life sentence. Whether that's through exposing flaws in the trial, scrutinizing the father's testimony, or even tapping into legal technicalities. 50 is on a mission, and when he locks in, he doesn't let go. Sources close to him say he's been deeply moved by Ksoo's reaction to sentencing. The viral footage of the rapper, tears falling, handcuffed, broken, not out of fear, but out of pure betrayal, hit 50 hard. He reportedly told his team, "That ain't how this should have ended." That kid wasn't crying cause of jail. He was crying cause his father threw him in there. And that's the message he's pushing. This isn't just about Ksoo. It's about what it represents. It's about a culture losing its core values, where fathers take deals, where sons get sacrificed, where the system watches as families destroy themselves and profits off it. And 50? He's not with that. Not one bit. In his warning to Abdul Robinson Sr., he didn't mince words. "You took the easy way out," he said. "But don't think the streets are going to forget. Don't think karma skips over cowards." Some say that's harsh, but most understand exactly where he's coming from. Because what happened to Ksoo didn't just break a family, it shattered an entire belief system. If your father can't hold you down, then who can? Fans have rallied behind 50's stance. Social media is flooded with messages like "Free Ksoo." 50 always keeps it real. And this is why we love Fifth. He stands on principle. Petitions are even starting to circulate, urging legal authorities to review the case, consider the ethics behind a father's testimony, and explore alternative sentencing. It's becoming a movement. And while 50 Cent is no stranger to beef, drama, or controversy, this one's different. This isn't just rap. This isn't just contempt for power or BMF. This is real life. A young man has been buried alive by the justice system, with his father handing over the shovel. And while Abdul Robinson Sr. might sit in his own cell thinking he made the smart move, the world is watching. And now that 50 Cent is involved, the pressure is going to build, not just on the courts, not just on the legal system, but on the entire culture to stand up and say, this is not right. So what happens next? Behind the scenes, it's reported that 50 is already in talks with civil rights attorneys. He's considering funding legal efforts, maybe even producing a documentary that tells the real story behind what happened to Ksoo. Not the media headlines, not the court scripts, but the raw, behind-the-scenes truth of how a father threw his son to the wolves to save his own neck. And you can bet, once 50 starts telling that story, the world's going to listen, because this isn't just drama. It's a warning, a mirror, a gut check for a generation that's starting to believe that loyalty is just a lyric. 50 Cent is pulling no punches. His message to Ksoo's dad was loud and clear. You thought you were saving yourself, but all you did was expose your soul. And now the whole world sees you for what you are. This is more than entertainment. This is legacy. This is a stand for loyalty, for principle, for something real in a world where betrayal has become all too common. And for Ksoo, who sits in a cell, sentence fresh, scars deeper than any prison could inflict, he's not alone. He may have been betrayed by his father, but he's now being backed by one of the most powerful voices in hip-hop. 50 Cent said he won't stop, that he'll fight to get him out, that he'll make sure the man who testified against him pays. And if history tells us anything, it's this. When 50 Cent sets his sights on you, it's already too late. Stay tuned, because this story, it's far from over.